Hello everyone, welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kojobaka. Finance Minister Dr. Kasiala Tuforsen is set to announce a marginal reduction in the VAT that will be paid by businesses from next year. And this will be captured in the 2026 budget to be presented to Parliament this Thursday. More in this report. The Finance Minister is part of measures to try and simplify the process when it comes to payment of taxes in the country. Government believes this could go a long way to encourage more businesses to honor their tax obligations to the state. This is because a lot of firms currently have complained about the current VAT structure. This is why the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiala Tuforsen, will push for the effective VAT, possibly from the current 22% by some marginal rate to 20%. The Finance Minister is likely to also move to roll out new tax regulations in the country. This will see the Minister lay separate tax act to Parliament after the budget presentation. The Finance Minister will also outline additional measures that is expected to deal with the revenue mobilization that hit the country in recent times. Economist Professor Patrick Esuming has welcomed government's plan to reduce the value-added tax, describing it as a step that could encourage tax compliance by businesses. He believes easing the VAT burden will make the system fairer and boost voluntary compliance, ultimately helping the state rake in more revenue. Speaking ahead of the budget presentation, Professor Esuming, however, urged government to complement the potential reduction with stronger tax mobilization measures to sustain fiscal stability.
I think that, yes, it helps. Generally, it helps that when the tax rates are low, or when you increase the tax rate, then the tendency to look for ways for avoiding the tax increases. So in that sense, it's good. But I think that at the same time, whether the rate comes down or not, efforts to improve compliance has to be taken seriously, because our tax effort on the VAT is not where it should be. We are not collecting as much as we should be collecting, given the size of our economy and the rate. So I think, reducing the rate might help in that scope, but either way, we need to improve the enforcement. 2026 will be an interesting year. If you look at the consolidation that was contained in the 2025 budget, a chunk of it was expenditure rationalization, government managing its expenditure so that it doesn't grow. And I think while that is helpful, you get a sense that, 1 year has passed, or at least by the time the budget is passed, the government would have been in power for 1 year. And people will be expecting that the government should be implementing its programs. So you get a sense that some additional expenditures will be required. And I think that's where the revenue conversation comes in, because you can't, the 2025 budget, you can't pass that kind of budget multiple years in a row where you put a firm restraint on spending. Of course, there's also a means that you could actually spend at the same rate if you have improved the efficiency of the spending, so that you've cut a lot of waste in the government spending. Then that way you can still keep spending at the levels of 2025 and still be able to implement your project. But I guess that you haven't gotten there yet.
Still on the budget, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Obeng, is asking government to consolidate the gains made so far to propel private sector growth. He's been speaking to Joy Business.
When we want to grow, you do not have to be overtaxed. You saw, because we are in a competition with other countries, we are not doing business in isolation. Our manufacturing companies are doing business in competition with other manufacturers elsewhere and all that. So it is very important that we look at our tax system. Like the president said, he was going to realign most of the taxes and all that to make it more workable and all that. That's what we are looking forward to. And we are not even expecting new taxes and all that, because we do not have to overtax us out of production. That's not what we need at this time, where we've been able to make the economy very stable. Now all that we need is a little push that will make business start growing in leaves. And this we are just on the verge of growing, because of the other indicators are so perfect, and that we do not have to overtax us and then derail this the businesses' efforts to grow after a long recession or some sort. Now things are getting better, and then we don't have to bring anything to distract this growth that we are all seeking, and then to recoup some of our losses and all that. So we plead with the finance ministry to do its utmost best to prune down the taxes and make it manageable and business friendly, so that we will get to where we all want to go.
Yeah. Away from the 2026 budget, TDC Ghana Limited has intensified its debt recovery operations aimed at reclaiming millions of cedis owed by companies occupying its lands. Managing Director of TDC Ghana Limited, Courage Nunekweku, says the exercise targets both public and private institutions in Tema that have failed to renew their leases or pay ground rents for years. Kwame Yanka reports.
2 weeks into its debt recovery drive, the TDC Ghana Limited is taking firm steps to retrieve outstanding payments from defaulting companies. Management explains the initiative is meant to recover over 600 million Ghana cedis owed to the TDC, funds crucial for ongoing development. At the premises of the Tema Oil Refinery, officials engaged management of expired leases and accumulated ground rent. TDC maintains the land remains its property until all financial obligations are settled. Here is Managing Director of TDC Ghana Limited, Courage Nunekweku.
The last time we embarked on this one, we told you people are owing TDC in excess of 600 million Ghana cedis. I mean, so we decided as a management and the board to embark on this exercise to retrieve and rake in the necessary money. So today is another phase of it that we are, embarking on this. We have major companies like Tor. We are conducting this, interview in the premises of Tor. We have reminded them severally their lease have expired. Not only ground rent, their lease have expired. So technically, where we are standing is a TDC land. It doesn't belong to Tor, if you want to say it rightly. Same Barco and many companies. You have been with us right from the day. We've been to some of the companies, we've locked them up, and we are going to conduct, making sure that they make payment before we can open for them. So we are midway into the exercise, and we are now at Tor to engage the management to see how best they can also, redeem their promises by paying us. Yeah.
Similar engagements have been held with other institutions, including Volta Aluminium Company Limited, VACO, where discussions are ongoing to find practical payment arrangements. Courage Nunekweku emphasized that while they understand the operational challenges facing some state enterprises, all tenants must meet their commitment to sustain national development after locking up some tenants.
All those who are owing TDC ground rent, your lease have expired, you've not paid. Please just do the right thing. Come and pay. If you do not come, we will come after you. And the penalties you pay before we can open up the place for you. You were with us. You saw that we locked up a lot of shops today. Exercise will continue. No matter who you are, what you are doing in that premises, you have an obligation to pay to the state what is due the state. It's a statutory obligation. So please, just fulfill your part and we will do our part. We are resetting this country. We need money to do that. The roads have to be constructed. The lights have to be fixed. Water must flow. You can see from January up to now, the lights have been consistent. It's not by magic. It is not by chance. It is by deliberate and intentional actions. And we need these taxis to do that. So please, all our clients, people living on our 63,000 mile square, please come and do the right thing before we come to you.
TDC Ghana Limited says revenue from the exercise will contribute to national pool in funding essential projects such as roads, lighting, water supply, among other amenities. Kwame Yanke's reports for Joy Business.
The Chartered Institute of Banking Ghana has revealed that only chartered bankers will be eligible to serve as branch managers or hold other senior level banking roles in the short to medium term. Disclosing this on the sidelines of the 29th National Banking and Ethics Conference, Chief Executive of the Institute, Robert Jato, noted that the Institute, in collaboration with the Bank of Ghana and the Association of Banks, will roll out rigorous reforms to ensure high ethical standards in the financial sector. Here's a report.
The 29th National Banking and Ethics Conference emphasized the need to champion high ethical standards in the banking sector. At the conference, the Chartered Institute of Bankers revealed that within the next 5 years, only chartered bankers will be eligible to serve as branch managers or hold senior level roles in the industry. CEO of the Institute, Robert Jato, said the move is aimed at promoting professionalism.
The Chartered Banker qualification, that's the ACIB, is now a compulsory qualification for all those working in the banking industry going forward. And GAB, Bank of Ghana, Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, we are completely aligned on that. And as you heard in the governor's speech, that was re-emphasized. So over the next 5 years, you must be a chartered banker to be a branch manager. And that would then be scaled to all other job families going into the future. Because if you look at the Bank of Ghana fraud report, we really need to ensure that we put ethics and sustainability at the heart and center of our industry.
The president of the Institute, Benjamin Amenume, also outlined 2 new certificate courses designed to enforce high standards and sustainable banking practices.
In today's conference, we will launch Ethics 2, an enhanced and contemporary approach to ethical training and culture building, and non-interest banking and finance certification program, which will support product diversification in line with Ghana's evolving financial landscape.
While pledging to introduce financial literacy programs in schools, Minister for Education and special guest at the conference, Haruna Idrisu, charged the Bank of Ghana to ensure a stable currency to promote socio-economic development.
Is a cedi stable and is stability sustainable and guaranteed? That is the challenge. So at 60, we want to celebrate the next 60 years of the Bank of Ghana with a resilient, stable cedi that allows for predictability of our currency and guides the private sector in their planning and in the businesses that they do.
The 29th National Banking and Ethics Conference was held under the theme Building Future-Ready Banks, Ethical Leadership, Sustainable Finance, and Currency Stability Amid Disruptions.
With over 3 decades experience in tourism and hospitality sector, the managing director of Labadi Beach Hotel, David Idwafo, continues to achieve high feats through excellence. Leading a team of professionals, he's not only turned around the fortunes of Labadi Beach Hotel, but has put the company on the global map by winning the Hotel Personality of the Year award organized by the Africa Tourism Awards in the UK. The following report highlights the exploits and work of Mr. Idwafo.
Leadership. Labadi Beach Hotel has won many accolades, making it the most successful indigenous Ghanaian hospitality facility in the country. At the 2024 CIMG Awards organized this year, Labadi Beach Hotel was inducted into the Hall of Fame as Hospitality Facility of the Year after winning the Hospitality Facility of the Year category on 3 consecutive occasions. In addition, Labadi Beach Hotel won Hospitality Company of the Year for the 3rd consecutive year at the 8th Ghana Business Awards, leading to their induction into the Hall of Fame again. Mr. Idwafo explains what these awards mean to the brand of Labadi Beach Hotel.
The awards certainly is a testament of the brand itself, the brand Labadi Beach Hotel. It gives also confidence to our patrons that certainly we're doing something right. Winning awards is not cheap. Yeah. It doesn't come on a silver platter. And it adds positively to the brand.
For Mr. Idwafo, the story of Labadi Beach Hotel is not just about the top management. It is a story of a motivated staff led by a team that listens and seeks the best interest and welfare of workers to enable them operate at the optimum level.
I would proudly say that, yes, I have a solid team here and well-trained staff, because you have to always train them. You know, we are in a generation where things keep changing every minute. So you have to always train and retrain, do simulation, make sure the staff or the team are abreast with time and give the best of service to the numerous patrons who are in your property, not because of your beauty, but because of what they believe they will also get from you in terms of the quality service.
Satisfying the customer is an important part of the service delivery at Labadi Beach Hotel. Operating in the hospitality sector for over 3 decades in the West African region, Mr. Diafo explains why the facility is sought after by visitors and foreigners all over the world to have a feel of the natural environment.
You see, Labadi Beach Hotel is proudly Ghanaian, but fiercely global. We are competing with international brands like the Accords, the Kempiskis, the Marriotts, what have you. We have international brands in Ghana here. But ask yourself, why is Labadi always winning? It means we do something special. Labadi is homey. Labadi gives you what you want. Labadi gives you that sense of home. You are in your home. You are in an environment where people care for you. You are in an environment where you get the best quality. Food-wise, we have the best food in this country. Service-wise, we have the best of service in this country. We will not win all these awards if this combination does not reflect positively on the guests or the clients, because at the end of the day, it also reflects on the bottom line, as I've said earlier.
Touching on the potentials in Ghana's hospitality industry, he highlighted the need for an ultra-modern mega convention center to enable the country host global conferences, since Ghana is well positioned to provide hotel facilities for thousands of visitors.
Let me take just conferencing or the MICE business, meetings, incentives, conference, and exhibitions. If you are able to bring in an international conference, hotels will fill up. The taxi driver will get a job to do. The caterer will get a job to do. The carpenter will get a job to do. Everybody in, you see, hospitality and tourism is so big. It's the chain or the value chain is amazing. Everybody gets their share. So it's about time we look into hospitality.
The future, he says, looks bright as Labadi Beach Hotel works hard to maintain its top spot as Ghana's #1 5-star hotel with the best of food and service delivery.
When you are up there, it's always difficult because you always have to ensure that you stay up there and even go beyond. And that is the stage Labadi Beach Hotel has gotten to. We are up there, so we always have to do things to keep the momentum and go beyond.
Let's now pause for a breather. We'll be right back. Hello again, welcome back to Prime Business. The Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry has celebrated outstanding enterprises at its 5th Chamber Awards, using the platform to call for stronger public-private collaboration and policy reforms to accelerate Ghana's economic revitalization. More in this report.
National Chamber of Commerce and Industry has held its 5th edition of its Chamber Business Awards, celebrating enterprises and individuals contributing to national development through innovation, sustainability, and strategic partnerships. The event was held under the theme, Revitalizing Ghana's Development Agenda through Strategic Public and Private Collaboration. Addressing industry leaders, President of the Chamber, Stefan Miazan Abbas, urged government to integrate district earmarked under the One District, One Factory initiative into the proposed 24-hour economy. He urged that this would accelerate job creation, enhance productivity, and stimulate economic growth.
There's no policy as 1D, 1F. But we in the chamber and in the business community believe that in as much as the president and under the current administration is focusing on 24-hour economy, this policy must ensure roping all of the industries which were under the one district, one factory, for them to benefit under the 24-hour economy, because they also do create jobs for the Ghanaian public.
In a speech delivered on behalf of President John Dramani Mahama, Chairman of the Joabin Rural Bank, Nana Dr. Ipieje Dankwaso I, disclosed that government is advancing tax and trade reform measures aimed at creating a more enabling environment for the private sector.
Through ongoing reforms in tax administration, trade facilitation, and infrastructure development, we are working to ensure that businesses operate in an environment that fosters innovation and growth. However, the task of revitalizing Our development agenda does not rest on government alone. It demands shared responsibility, mutual trust, and strategic collaboration. Together, we must explore new paths for industrial transformation.
Stefan Abbas also highlighted the Chamber's expectations for the upcoming 2026 budget.
The VAT regime is such that you can't even know which VAT regime that you belong to. Some people are paying flat rates, some people are paying 21%. So what it is that we need it to be properly aligned, and we made our contributions to the finance ministry. So we are expecting that once the budget is read, that particular item, we need a proper clarification on it. We are also looking at how much government is earmarking for industry. We need that also for industry, because it's industry that also creates the jobs. So we are also looking at how much government is also earmarking for the trade ministry as well.
Among the distinguished winners this year were Chamber Businessman of the Year, Dr. Farid Sapon, Chamber Businesswoman of the Year, Nana Krobia Asante, Young Entrepreneur of the Year, Abraham Egan, and Media Personality of the Year, George Riafe.
The Netherlands ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Jerome Beryl, says the Dutch government will work to further deepen trade and tourism relations with Ghana. Speaking at KLM's 65th anniversary celebration here in Accra, the ambassador said the long-standing partnership between the two countries has been strengthened through decades of collaboration in aviation, business and cultural exchange. More in this report.
At the event, the ambassador highlighted KLM's contribution to trade, tourism, and cultural exchange. Other than that, the partnership between Ghana and the Netherlands continues to grow stronger through aviation and economic cooperation.
To the Netherlands and to the world, because Schiphol is one of the airports that connects you to everywhere in the world. So it's a very important business, a very important company, and a very important air connection between Accra and Amsterdam. So that's a reason for celebration. And we should also remember that even during the difficult times, like for example during COVID, 2019, 2020, when all air traffic almost came to a halt, KLM was one of the few airlines that continue to connect Ghana to the rest of the world.
And Air France KLM's country manager for Ghana, Isabel Indeweg, says the airline's 65-year milestone in Ghana is a reflection of its long-term commitment to sustainability, innovation, and customer service.
The trust of our valued customers and the dedication of our exceptional local team. At KLM Ghana, our mission is simple: to add genuine value to every journey, every day. We listen closely to our customers, adapting our service to meet your changing needs. Over the years, we have introduced more flexible booking options, enhanced baggage allowance, and tailored loyalty program features that reward frequent flyers here in Ghana.
KLM says it remains focused on reducing its carbon footprint by investing in modern, fuel-efficient aircraft and supporting community initiatives in sustainability, education, and women's empowerment.
Thanks so much for being part of Prime Business. I am Pius Kojobaka. You can always get stories when you log on to myjoyonline.com/business. Grateful serving you. Prime Sports is next.